Hey guys, how's it going today? I got to apologize. This YouTube video is going to be coming to you from an iPhone. I forgot my SD card at the house in my computer bag, so the footage isn't up to par. Well, it is what it is. You ain't watching this channel for Hollywood anyway. Today, I'm going to be giving you a review of a Maverick 5-shooter blind. We got one of these. We actually got two of them last year. Used them and killed several deer out of both of them. Some does, some bucks, stuff like that. But today, we're going to be doing a review of this guy right here. So this is a 5-shooter Maverick blind with tinted windows. And as you can see, you cannot even see through the windows on the opposite side. It is that tinted, which I really like because that hides my hunters inside the blind. We got it green so it would match with the bushes behind it so that people couldn't see it as well from the road. I built this nice platform with a good friend of mine from church. He came out. We actually had that platform built in about, I want to say about 4 hours. The posts are about 2 foot in the ground. At first, we did not have these braces right here. It was a little wobbly, so had to come back and add some of those braces right there. But I'm telling you right now, that thing is rock solid. What we did was we took two 4x8 sheets of plywood. So this thing is 8x8. And it gives plenty of room for the 5-shooter Maverick blind. Climbing up here. Something else we did, being that this is Kansas and we have high winds, we've got screws. We got 4-inch screws going in with washers to help hold this thing down. We haven't had any tornadoes this year. I don't think this thing is going anywhere. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right. So once we're inside, I put a carpet down to help muffle some of the sound. When a guy maybe drops a release or something like that, it might cushion it a little bit. Got a nice swivel chair in here that we use. It's not an office chair. This is a designated blind chair. I forget the company, but anyway, really nice and comfortable. As you can tell, there's a bit of an echo in here, and I need to figure out, I've seen some guys on YouTube put foam in the blinds and that helps. That would probably be my only complaint about this blind, but I really think that that's not a valid complaint because it's holding in a lot of the sound. That means that there's not a lot of gaps for scent to be leaving out. At least that's what I believe, right? We try not to hunt these on a bad wind, but I know that lots of guys hunt out of these panel blinds or solid plastic blinds on bad wind. I just, I'm real leery of that type of thing. We might experiment with it with some does this year, hunting it on a bad wind and just seeing what happens. And I'll let you know how that goes. But I may try putting some foam in here to see if that cuts down on the echo. Other than that, man, this thing is 100% waterproof. And you know how I said that those windows were so tinted? Once you're inside, it doesn't look like it's tinted. As it's starting to get dark in the afternoons, you really can't tell that it's tinted. It doesn't inhibit you from looking out and seeing deer. As you can see, I mean, it is 360 worth of windows. There's even a window in the door. So if a deer were to come out there, we needed to shoot out that way. Last year, this was corn, and we paid the farmer to leave some corn right here in this field. We do have a little bit of woods on this farm, but most of it is just an ag field. So we're actually, hunting as they come out to feed and stuff like that. This blind right here is 70 yards from the wood line. So we try to give the deer a little bit of cover to come out. When it's corn, we're going to pay to leave corn in here. When it's beans, we're going to pay to leave beans. As long as the farmer's cool with it, that's what we're going to try to do. And, we'll probably have a bait pile out to one side so that the deer don't trample the beans down so bad. Yeah, this is our setup. And I got to really say that I really like the Maverick 5-shooters. There's plenty of room to draw a bow. You can stand up. Now, I'm kind of a tall guy. I'm about 6 foot even, and there's about 2 inches of clearance on top of my head. You know, I really like this blind. It's 100% waterproof. So let me show you how the windows work real quick while I'm thinking about it. So there's 3 latches on each side of these windows. And you can do that right there. And they come down so quietly. Now the only problem is there's nothing holding this thing. So if you just let it go, it might make a noise. So I have to tell my hunters, hey, you know, make sure that you hold that thing all the way down. What I like to tell my hunters is to, you know, have a window straight towards the corn pile or where we anticipate the shot coming from, and only have one latch holding it up. Go ahead and turn the knobs on 2 of those latches and have it just where all you got to do is reach up, grab one, and let the window down. Like I said, we had 1 buck shot out of here with archery equipment, and we had a doe get shot out of here, and then our other Maverick blind, I don't have it on a platform, I just have it on the ground, and maybe someday I'll show you that setup. It's pretty simple, just assemble the blind, and we got it set on the ground. I do have to have that anchored down with T-posts and ratchet straps, so that helps keep it anchored in that area. But we had a pretty nice buck shot out of that one too. So these blinds definitely work. I love them. They're a great bang for your buck. You can't beat this for the price. You know, I've got close to 40 farms, and I'm really just starting to try to get into these hard shell blinds. It's expensive. You know, we've got over 60 stand locations for our outfitter. I would love to have one of these at every single spot, but it's just not feasible. It's not feasible price-wise. So my goal is to add 2 to 3 of these every year, and I actually just ordered 3 of them. So we're hoping to have 5 by this deer season. I think it's going to be a nice improvement for some of our locations where we don't necessarily have trees that work very well. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If I had to give these out of a 5-star rating, I would say 4.5. Just, you know, it's a great price point. Most people can afford $1,000 for a blind versus the $2,000 to $3,000 for a blind. I mean, you literally can buy 2 to 3 of these for the price of some of the other bigger name brands. They got gaskets around the windows to help keep the weather out. Like I said, I am thoroughly pleased with the Maverick 5-shooter blind. I'd love to try the 6-shooter and the extra large and stuff like that, but these 5-shooters, I really like them. I wanted to say too that we are giving away a turkey hunt or a waterfowl hunt, your choice, because some people like the turkey hunt, some people like the waterfowl hunt, not always both, but your choice of a turkey or waterfowl hunt. If you go onto our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and TikTok as well, but they took down our video. Anyway, if you check that out, you'll see it. We're doing a free hunt giveaway. All you have to do is guess the score of the buck in the video, and if you're within 1 inch of the score, it counts as 1 entry, okay? And you can make that on all the platforms. You can go onto Facebook and make a comment, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, make comments, and if you're within 1 inch of the score of that buck, that counts as entries. And we're going to do that every Wednesday between now and September 10th. Yep, September 10th will be the last one. We're going to do the drawing on the 15th, which is opening day of muzzleloader season. So hopefully we'll be coming to y'all with that drawing and showing off a big buck or two. We'll see what happens. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we'd really appreciate it. A thumbs up, maybe a comment. You know, if you're interested in getting a Maverick, like I said, I'd give them a 4.5 out of 5. The only thing being the echo. That really sucks. But honestly, that's probably my fault. But it might be nice to, you know, come with some foam in there or something to kind of cut it down on that. But then again, the price point may go up. So, give and take. I probably should just give them a 5-star review. That's probably what I should do. Just give them a 5-star review. And I am not paid or sponsored by them. I don't get, you know, discounts or anything special. But I really, really like this blind. It was super easy to set up. Like I said, building the wooden platform and putting the blind on top, I'm pretty sure we were done in 4 hours. It went up really quick. if you got any questions, feel free to put them in here and I'll do my best to answer them. Y'all have a good day.